Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. Oh, I forgot to do this. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it's called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Also, the subscriber mode has been enabled for 5 minutes, meaning if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. I also have another YouTube channel called Latina Diaspora where I talk about issues pertaining to Latinos. There is a link to that channel in the description. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a supporter from the very beginning or just recently joined, I really appreciate your continued support. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, as well as those who allow me to enter into your devices, and those who watch from the clouds, even the haters. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, uh, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. So, as you can see by the thumbnail, the topic for tonight is what now. So, I'm going to be talking about the situation regarding our mayor, Eric Adams, and the indictment and the accusations levied against him. Now, before we get into the main topic, we're going to have another episode of In My Words. Now, tonight, I did not play my usual intro due to the fact that today is the anniversary of my father's passing. Okay. It was 12 years ago that our father, Gumasin Negron, passed away. Um, he was 83 years old when he passed away. And let me just show you. This is my father. Okay. To those who love him, he was known as the Puerto Rican cowboy because my father loved westerns. And you can be seen wearing a cowboy hat, like something similar to the one that's in there. Um, my father was ill for a long time due to issues with his heart. Okay, unfortunately, and as I stated, he did pass away. So just wanted to do a little memorial regarding my father, okay, who we all love very much. Was he perfect? No. But who is other than God? And every year I choose this time to honor him, his memory. Okay. And of course, I have the distinction that my father passed away around the time of my birthday. Okay. So I still miss him, but I know that he's in a better place with my mother, my siblings, and my nephews. And I just want to say a few words in Spanish in memory of my father. Solamente quiero decir, papi, te extraño mucho. Yo sé que está en un lugar mejor y que nunca te lo olvidaré. Él no era el padre perfecto, pero era mi padre y siempre te la pagué y nunca te olvidaré. So I just basically said that my father was not perfect, but no father is perfect. No one's perfect other than God. And of course, I'll always cherish his memory. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is now we're in the playoff season with Major League Baseball. Okay. And for those of you who are not familiar, um, the way the playoffs are determined, you have the teams that finish first in their divisions, which is Eastern, Central, and Western Division. Okay. And then you have three teams which make up the wild cards, which are these are teams that are they didn't win the division, but they had winning percentages of the fourth highest to the sixth highest. Now, the way it is set up, the two teams with the highest winning percentage in each league receive what's called an automatic bye, meaning they don't play in the first round of playoffs, which means to make it so basically you have the number three seed play against the number six seed at the three seed home party. And then you have the number five seed play the number four seed in the four seed stadium. Now, three of the 12 teams that are in the playoffs have been eliminated. And they are the Baltimore Orioles, the Houston Astros, and the Atlanta Braves. Okay. Now, as a Yankee fan, I am happy to see that Houston has been eliminated because it seems like every year when we have to face Houston in the league championship series, Houston has always had the better of us. So now we don't have to deal with Houston. So, and right now the Mets are playing the Milwaukee Brewers. The last time I checked, it was a scoreless tie, and it's the third game. So the winner of this game will face the Philadelphia Phillies, who have gotten a first round bye. I'm sure some of you are Met fans. And recently I did a poll regarding which one of the Met teams is your favorite. And I put down a couple of examples: the 1969 Mets, the 1973 Mets, uh, the 1986 Mets, the 2000 Mets, and I think the 2015 Mets. In my opinion, my favorite Met team is the 1969 Mets. And the reason why they are my favorite, because even though there was no mega star, okay, as far as hitters concerned, they all worked together as a team. And you did have great pitching, particularly when it comes with the likes of a Tom Seaver and Jerry Koosman, two of the best pitchers of that year. They were great pitchers. Of course, Koosman was not the star that Seaver was, but who is? So, with that being said, we're gonna get into the main topic. Now, if you live in New York, there's been nonstop coverage regarding the obligations that have been levied against Mayor Eric Adams. Basically, he is accused of receiving favors in the form of flights, free hotel stays, or flights and hotel stays in luxury hotels at a reduced rate. Okay. And these bribes, if you want to call it, are worth over $100,000. And it was alleged that Eric Adams received these favors prior to him becoming mayor. Okay. For those of you who are not familiar, Eric Adams was the Brooklyn Borough president for 8 years before he became the mayor. Okay. And in his younger days, he was a member of the NYPD who rose to the rank of captain. Okay, so I'm going to share a couple of articles. Okay, now let me just state before I forget that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone wishes to hit that link and express their opinion regarding the tonight's topic, they can do so. But let me say, as always, if I've never seen you before, if I've never heard from you before, I will insist that you come up in the backstage to make sure that no one flashes anything inappropriately, which would cause the people of YouTube to take down the stream. So what I'm going to do is share my screen, hopefully. Okay. So this article that I'm going to share is from CNN. Once it does pop, okay, here it is. And it was written last week. Okay. So let us go ahead and read the article. And there's a picture of the mayor. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is scheduled to appear in court Friday afternoon for the first time since he was indicted on 5 federal charges related to bribery, conspiracy, wire fraud, and soliciting campaign contributions from foreign nationals. Adams, who has served as the city's 110th mayor since January 2022, is accused of receiving luxury travel and other benefits from a Turkish official and in exchange of pressuring New York City's fire department to open a Turkish consulate building without a fire inspection, according to the 57-page indictment unsealed on Thursday. The allegations, though in the indictment, stretch back to a decade ago when Adams served as Brooklyn Borough president. Adams allegedly committed 23 overt acts outlined in the indictment from 2016 to October 2023. The acts allegedly include coordinating straw donations and submitting false disclosure statements to the New York City Campaign Finance Board. Okay. So this is the timeline regarding the allegations. And this spreads from October of 2016 to October of 2017. After Adams first traveled to Turkey in 2015 and established corrupt relationships, a senior Turkish diplomat official introduced him to a Turkish airline general manager in New York City area, according to the indictment. On 3 separate trips, once in 2016 and twice in the following year, federal authorities alleged Adams solicited and accepted free and heavily discounted travel from the airline as part of the Turkish officials' efforts to gain influence over Adams. Now, here are the allegations. And again, let me say for the record, these are allegations, okay? And again, as I stated many times, people are innocent until proven guilty or unless they confess to the crimes themselves. Now, in October 2016, it is alleged Adams accepted free business class upgrades for himself and his partner that raised the ticket values to around $15,000 2 days before traveling to India on a Turkish airline, the indictment charges. His partner, who is not named in the indictment, had initially bought economy tickets for the trip valued around $2,286 for herself and Adams prior to the upgrade, according to the indictment. Okay, now on July and August of 2017, it is alleged Adams accepted free business class tickets from the same airline worth more than $35,000 for himself, a close relative, and a staff member to travel to Nice, France, Istanbul, Turkey, Colombo, Sri Lanka, and Beijing, China, the indictment alleges. Adams also accepted a heavily discounted stay during the trip at the five-star St. Regis Istanbul hotel, owned by a wealthy Turkish businesswoman who gave Adams multiple free or steeply discounted luxury hotel stays and organized contributions to his 2021 mayoral campaign, the campaign alleges. Adams' two-night stay in the Hotel Bentley Suite cost him less than $600 instead of the actual approximate cost of $7,000, according to the indictment. Talking about a steep discount. Now, in 2017, Adams and a staff member who accompanied him on July and August of 2017 trip and served as his liaison to New York City's Asian American community traveled to Nepal through Istanbul and Beijing, the document alleges. Adams allegedly accepted free business class tickets worth more than $16,000 for himself and a staff member for flights from New York to Istanbul, from Istanbul to Beijing, and the return flights. Federal authorities say Adams attempted to hide the luxury travel benefits he received. According to the indictment, Adams attempted to create a fake paper trail suggesting he had paid for his 2017 flights on the Turkish airline when in fact he had not. Now, this is going from January of 2018 to December of 2020. And again, this was before his time when he was the mayor of the city of New York. He was the Brooklyn Borough president. Okay. Now, in 2018, several months before the general 2018 trip to Budapest, Hungary, through Istanbul, Evans' partner bought her and Adams 2 economy tickets on a Turkish airline for approximately $560 each, the indictment alleges. In December 2017, Adams directed a staff member asked the airline manager to upgrade the tickets to business class, according to the indictment. The upgrade was allegedly provided for free, and the tickets were valued at $14,000. The indictment accuses Adams of not disclosing the travel discount to New York City's Conflict of Interest Board in 2018. Now, in November of 2018, while Adams was Brooklyn Borough president, he and his staff member met at Brooklyn Borough, a wealthy Turkish national, named in the indictment as Business One, who owned a profit Turkish university, according to federal authorities. The business offered to contribute funds to Adams' 2021 mayoral campaign, according to the indictment. Although Adams knew that the businessman was a Turkish national who could not lawfully contribute to U.S. elections, he directed his staff member to obtain the illegal contributions offered by Business One, the document states. Now, in 2019, Adams and his partner traveled to Turkey, Jordan, and Oman, and a Turkish airline manager gave Adams' partner a free upgrade from economy to business class, valued approximately $7,000, says the indictment. While it was in Istanbul, authorities allege Adams met with a wealthy Turkish businessman referred to him indictment as business 3, who agreed to contribute $50,000 or more to the 2021 campaign in effort to gain influence with Adams, who he believed might one day become a U.S. president. Interesting. Now, in December of 2020, Adams solicited and received straw donations from a businessman who ran a New York City area construction company, according to the indictment. The business, who had influence in a different ethnic community in the city, contributed $10,000 to Adams' 2020 campaign, by giving $2,000 personally and reimbursing 4 employees a total of $8,000 for their contributions, the indictment alleges. Now, this is going from May of 2021 to November of 2021. The reason why I'm going into detail is to give a clear picture regarding, okay. Oh, good evening, Irby. Good evening, Randall. Thank you very much for stopping by. I don't know why. Okay. Randall, I'm trying to make you a mod, but for some reason I'm not able to do so. Now, the topic for tonight is the allegations that are being levied against Aaron Adams. So what I'm doing is giving like a full breakdown on what are those allegations, and there might be further allegations coming down the pipe. Just to give you an idea. Let's see if I can. No, I can't do it. Okay. In May 2021, Adams allegedly attended a fundraiser organized by a Turkish official with Adams' staff and accepted straw donations from a prominent member of New York City Turkish community who operated another construction company referred to in the indictment as Business 5. Okay, thank you, Lando. That month, authorities said Adams submitted false disclosure statement to the campaign finance board that concealed straw donations from Business 5. June 2021, authorities say Adams solicited steeply discounted business class tickets, stays at luxury hotels and luxury resort, and transportation that included a domestic flight, car, and driver. He is accused by authorities of soliciting free hotel stay and free use of a VIP room in the business class lounge of a Turkish airline for the Adams fundraising. Now, in August of 2021, Adams allegedly directed a staff member to obtain contributions of foreign funds from a Turkish university. And there's a picture of the mayor. Now, in September 2021, the indictment alleges Adams pressured the New York City Fire Department to issue a letter of acquiescence to the occupation of a new Turkish consular building. Authorities say the 36-story skyscraper was opened without a fire inspection. At the time, the building would have failed an FDNY inspection, the indictment states, in exchange for free travel and other travel-related bribes in 2021 and 2022, arranged by the Turkish official. Adams did as instructed. It continues. That same month, authorities allege Adams solicited and accepted steeply discounted business class tickets for himself and the companion on a round-trip flight from New York to Pakistan. CNN has reached out to the Turkish House and the FDNY. In October 2021, authorities say Adams submitted a false disclosure statement to the campaign finance board that concealed straw donations from a Turkish university. November 2021, Adams allegedly solicited and accepted a free car and driver and meals at a luxury restaurant in Istanbul. Well, Now we're going to go from January of 2022 to October of 2023. And again, the reason why I'm breaking this down so to give us a clear understanding what are the accusations which are serious. Adams, okay, in January 2022, Adams allegedly attended a meeting with a Turkish entrepreneur, naming indictment as the promoter, and agreed to accept contributions of foreign money toward his 2025 campaign. The promoter arranged straw contributions to both Adams' campaign. The indictment alleges. Now, in July of 2022, Adams' senior advisor and another staffer met a Turkish official at the Turkish house and identified the senior official as the point contact for the Turkish official pending problems regarding the Turkish house, such as FDNY approvals, according to the indictment. Now, in July of 2022, the Turkish official arranged to provide business class upgrades on a Turkish airline for Adams' close associate, the document alleges. In September 2023, Adams attended a fundraiser where he allegedly thanked foreign donors for contributions of foreign money to his 2025 campaign made through straw donors. And in October of 2023, Adams allegedly attended a fundraiser where he directed a staff member to coordinate straw donations from a person referred to as the indictment as businessman number 6, a member of New York City Turkish American Authority community. And we're going to park it here. So that, in a nutshell, are the accusation levied against Eric Adams. Okay. And again, I need to state this for the record. These are allegations. Okay. And again, let me make this perfectly clear so no one misunderstanding. Every individual, and I repeat, every individual is innocent until proven guilty. Okay. Now, of course, there's been a huge outcry of several politicians demanding that Eric Adams resign. Okay. Among those politicians pushing to have him step down is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is the congressperson for the 14th New York district, which is my congressional district. Of course, Governor Hochul also has the authority to insist that Eric Adams step down. At this point, she has not spoken to the mayor regarding stepping down. And as I stated before, and I want to make this perfectly clear, he's innocent until proven guilty. Okay. Do I think he's guilty of the charges levied against him? I don't know. I really don't know. I do know that these are serious allegations, and that the total aggregate of all these bribes and contributions are over $100,000. Okay, I mean, that's a lot of money. And I see here we also have Don Armando. Good evening, Don Armando. Thank you very much for stopping by. And of course, I want to let everybody know that Don Armando has his YouTube channel. So I'm going to ask that you show some love to him, check out his content, and subscribe to his channel. The topic for tonight is regarding Eric Adams and the accusations levied against him. Like I said before, I'm going to reserve my judgment for now. because, like I said before, he's innocent until proven guilty. One thing I will say, he should not run for re-election, not by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's say, for the sake of argument, he is innocent. Uh, I'm not going to say he's the worst mayor. Have there been better mayors? Yes, but calling him the worst mayor, that's a bit of a stretch. Okay, but again, we shall see. I will say this much: he should not run. Okay, again, he should not run for re-election, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's say, for the sake of argument, he is innocent. The problem is, should he decide to run again, he's going to be facing the accusations again and again and again and again and again, and it's going to foreshadow whatever good that he did as mayor. Okay, I think if he's not guilty, he should be able to complete his term of office. But run again, I really don't think so. I really don't think so, in my humble opinion. Now, should he be found guilty? Yes, he deserves to be punished. Okay. If he's found guilty, he deserves to go to jail. Okay. For the length of time that the crime dictates. Um, and I think he should forfeit. You know, he should be stripped away of his pension because and whatever benefits that he received as a municipal employee. Because let's not forget, before he was the Brooklyn Borough President, he was a member of the NYPD as a police officer who rose to the rank of captain. Okay. Also, if he's guilty, um, it's not good for him. It's not good for him to be the first mayor to be convicted. Like I said before, he's innocent until proven guilty. Now, there is one theory that's being circulated in some circles. And the theory is the reason why for the charges is because of the issues that he have had with President Biden as it pertaining to the migrants or the asylum seekers or whatever the fluff these people are called nowadays. Um, and he's been a critic of the current administration because, in his estimation, um, New York has not received the financial assistance that they need uh, regarding housing these migrants, feeding these migrants, and providing these migrants with essential services. Okay. Those of you who know me have been following me for quite some time have heard me say before that one of the areas where this current when the Biden administration has really screwed up has been the handling of the migrants. Okay. Now, are there like millions and millions of undocumented people that been entered here through this migrant crisis. That's a bit of a stretch. Okay. First of all, I myself have been working with these individuals for over a year. These people are documented. They have documentation. Um, they were allowed into this country um, due to humanitarian reasons and things of that nature. And again, um, my heart does go out to many of these people because a lot of these people are basically people who are in need. Now, I'm not going to lie. There have been some criminals that have allowed to enter this country. Okay, but the problem is this: you need to properly vet these people. Okay, and again, this is something that has to be mentioned. Uh, the Biden administration did have a plan to deal with the crisis. Of course, Donald Trump convinced his fellow Republican in the House and Senate to vote against the bill, which would have provided the resources necessary to deal with this crisis. And as a for FYI, tomorrow night I'm going to be doing a stream at 10 o'clock regarding my results of the vice president presidential debate we had earlier this week. I will say this much: it was more like a debate. Um, Both candidates seem to be a little bit more civil. Okay. Of course, there was a great need of fact checking, particularly when it comes to JD Vance. But I will be discussing that tomorrow night. And then after that, excuse me, just give me a moment. Of course, what are we, excuse me, okay. Of course, what I will be doing is I will be giving you my assessment. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share another article. Okay, excuse me. Just give me a moment. Now, this article is from Eyewitness News, Channel 7, and it talks about there might be additional charges levied against Eric Adams. Okay, so we will discuss what are those charges, and this article was created yesterday. And so let me just show you the article. Additional charges against Mayor Eric Adams are possible and additional defendants are likely to be added, a prosecutor said Wednesday during a court hearing in a Lower Manhattan courtroom. We're moving quickly, Prosecutor Hagen Scotton said. We think that is quite likely. Adams pleaded not guilty to the charges that accuse him of engaging in a long-running conspiracy to solicit and accept illegal foreign contributions. The investigations into Adams began in the summer of 2021 before the defendant had even become mayor, Scott said, revealing a time frame not previously known. Excuse me. The investigation under text messages, emails, and records from Turkish Airlines that Scotland says Stoltenberg tried to create the illusion of he properly paid for certain flights when he, in fact, had not. It is a bribe and against the law, Scotland said. Multiple witnesses who participated with Adams in the charged conduct and witnesses made illegal donations are expected to testify, prosecutors said. During the hearing, prosecutors revealed that evidence Adams sought to tamper with witnesses. Scotland said after a witness was approached by the FBI during the investigation that the person was given a clear message from the defendant they should not tell the truth to the FBI. Yikes. The witness was not named, but the prosecutor called a significant instance of witness interference in the case. The mayor's defense lawyer has asked the court to dismiss the bribery count and separately to sanction the prosecution over purported leaks. The defense urged the court to move quickly. We don't want this case dragging. There's no reason for the drag, lawyer Alex Spiro said, objecting to federal prosecutor request for more time. Spiro said that he will reply to the federal prosecutor filing by October 25th. He'll set a hearing date for October 31st if necessary on the current motions. Now, the question, when will the trial begin? The trial should begin and end in March to give Adams time to secure a spot on the ballot for re-election, his lawyer said during the hearing. We want to get this trial, Spiro said. The indicted sitting mayor of New York. Excuse me. Spiro expressed confidence that the bribery count will be dismissed. We want this case done in March, Spiro said. Judge Deho agreed to the public and the mayor have a strong interest in speeding trial, but declined to immediately set a trial date. Prosecutor suggested a May trial date. Prosecutor expected the trial to last 4 weeks. The defense said it would be much shorter. Adams maintained his innocence. Okay. Amid the growing criticism about whether he can still do the job, Adams has been adamant that he can still govern the city while he let his lawyers do their jobs in the courtroom. Okay. He arrived in court. He was greeted by hecklers who called for his recognition, but Adams continued to maintain his innocence. I did nothing wrong, and every elected official in the city that calls on the behalf of the constituent should be concerned about what is laid out there. On the eve of Wednesday's court appearance on the steps of City Hall, Adams was joined by supporters, community members, and faith leaders who rallied around him for prayer. Many asked New Yorkers not to rush to judgment on the indictment, but rather focus on his service. Governor Kathy Hochul, who has the power to remove Adams from office, has privately urged the mayor to clean house. We're monitoring the situation. We expect changes. It's not a secret, and changes are beginning, she said. But now charges are especially against the mayor should force the governor's hand. Veteran political consultant Hank Sheinkopf. The combination of a police scandal plus corruption, more corruption, the administration with more indictments plus potentially more federal indictments with related issues plus witness tampering creates a toxic cocktail for the mayor. Frankly, he just cannot swallow, said the political consultant Hank Sheinkopf. If we're lucky, then the government will have to act. The question is, and we're gonna park it here. Okay. So I was okay. One thing I will say, and I could say this without hesitation, it does not look good for Eric Adams. I am not saying that he's guilty, or I'm saying that it does not look good. Of course, um, as soon as I get more information regarding the indictments, I will be providing it on my YouTube channel. I might do another stream when an update. It all depends how things go. Okay. Of course, Eric Adams do want the trial to begin as soon as possible and end as soon as possible so he can focus on his reelection campaign. With all due respect to the mayor, his energy should be to answer the charges levied against him, uh, make sure that everything is above board when it comes to his administration, and try to finish up the term of office, which will be, I believe, the end of next year, if I am not mistaken. But him running for re-election, I don't think so. Now I'm gonna ask. I'll get ask those who are listening. Um, put a one in the chat if you think Eric Adams should run for re-election, and if you think he should not, put a two in the chat. I just want to see what's the reaction. And in fact, I'm probably going to do a poll about it tomorrow. Should Eric Adams run for re-election? Yes or no? So I'm going to ask you if you think he should, put a one in the chat. If you don't think he should run for re-election, put in two in the chat. Because I just want to see um, what the audience thinks. Okay. We already know that Irby thinks that he's guilty. Donna Mambo thinks that he is the worst mayor in history. Um, Again, I think that's a bit of a stretch, considering, we have had horrible mayors. Okay. But what I'm going to do is, just give me a moment. I'm gonna show one more article. Okay. And at this point, if no one else wishes to join the panel or comment further, then I'll start to wrap this up. Okay. Yeah. In my opinion, I don't think he's okay. I don't think he should run again. Whether he's innocent or guilty, I don't think he should run again. I really don't think so, because, again, let's assume he's innocent. People are going to be focusing on these allegations. I think the best thing he should do is answer the allegations. If he's guilty, he needs to be punished. Okay. But run for re-election? No. because we need someone who's going to be the chief executive of the city of New York to be above reproach. And at this point, I don't think that's the case for Eric Adams. Again, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. So I'm going to share one more article, and this article comes from Political. Okay. So this is no, this is a situation where it might be possible that Eric Adams can't avoid these charges. And the article is called "The Supreme Court Might Get Eric Adams Off the Hook." So we're going to share the article. What's it about? Every major bribery case has then eyebrow-raising details about how public officials are allegedly bought off. Maybe it's a Rolex, cold hard cash, or gold bars. In the case of New York City Mayor Eric Adams, it was his apparent penchant for luxury air travel and hotels in Turkey that may have done him in. In the weeks since the Adams indictment by Manhattan U.S. District Attorney's Office, there have been plenty of calls for his resignation, as well as continuing signs of political and legal danger ahead of him. Multiple criminal investigations are swirling around Adams and his senior circle. Top Adams aides stepped down this week. There may be more to come. The optics, they say, are not good, but as it stands now, the criminal case against Adams is not a sure thing, particularly on the headline-grabbing bribery charges that have particularly garnered the most attention. There are several reasons for that. The predicament is that over the last 25 years, the Supreme Court has steadily eroded federal public anti-corruption law, and Congress, whose members have been among the principal beneficiaries, has sat idle by. As a result, it could be mistaken to assume that Adams is doomed to a conviction, or at least on what we currently know about the case. Adams still faces grave legal dangers. It's possible that the indictment could generate new needs and cooperators for the government, which is not unusual, and that it can lead to more federal criminal charges against Adams. Prosecutors themselves flagged this possibility at a court hearing Wednesday. But the filing of the indictment last week, which is done under no apparent time pressure, suggests that this is the best that the prosecutors currently have against Adams for several years of investigation. And on its face, is not exactly the most damning account of public corruption in the country's history. First, the prosecution alleges that Adams solicited and accepted straw donations from prohibited sources, including for nationals for his 2021 mayoral campaign. The indictment does not provide an accurate figure, but close reads suggest that the sum may be in the low to mid-teens of thousands of dollars. Second, the prosecutor alleges that Adams engaged in wire fraud, that he effectively defrauded the city taxpayers by falsely reporting to the city campaign finance board that he was in compliance with relative campaign finance laws. Prosecutor claimed that Adams, if Adams had told the truth, he would not have been able to receive any of the $10 million in public matching funds that he received during the cycle. Third, and most significant, the prosecutor alleged that Adams was bribed by Turkish officials. In particular, they claim Adams received roughly $100,000 worth of free travel perks, fancy meals, flight upgrades, and the like from 2016 to 2021, and in exchange for the sort of benefits, Adams pressured city fire department officials to fast-track the opening of a Turkish consulate building in Midtown Manhattan in the fall of 21, ahead of the visit by the Turkish president, despite concerns that the building was unsafe. At the time, Adams was still just the Brooklyn Borough president, but he already won the Democratic Party from the mayoral race, all by showing that he'll be the city next leader. The first two theories are essentially campaign financial violations and to the bribery charge. Even though the allegations are true, Adams so far is only accused of engaging of a single official act, pushing through the fire inspector in exchange for various perks that he received. There is a reason for the bribery charge, at least at first blush, a fairly awkward fit for the allegations here. Many years ago, prosecutors might have claimed that Adams was guilty of accepting gifts that were known as status gratuities. Those are payments to public officials that are made to them because they hold public office, not necessarily tied to request specific office acts. You can think of them as gifts that are designed to butter up the public official or perhaps thank them for some past decisions to help the gift giver. Prosecutors, however, could not advance a theory like that against Adams because at least two Supreme Court decisions 25 years ago, the court ruled unanimously that prosecutors could not use status gratuity theory anymore because they needed to demonstrate a connection between the gifts and the specific acts undertaken by the public official. Then just this past summer, six Republican appointees on the court held that there is actually no federal law ban against gratuities for state and local officials like Adams. On perhaps related note, two of the Republican appointees have been accused of accepting millions of dollars worth of gifts from people trying to influence them. It's very possible the federal prosecutor might still pursue the Burbage theory against Adams regardless. Gratuities cases do not pack the legal or political punch of a bribery case. The potential penalties are far lower, and relatively few people outside legal profession could even tell you what a gratuity is. A bribe sounds much worse. But the court officials over the summer was just the latest in a decade-long trend, resulted in the hollowing out of federal anti-corruption laws, and which have limited prosecution options in cases of misconduct by public officials. Congress, meanwhile, has essentially acquiesced to these rulings, even though they can probably get by passing new anti-corruption legislation. As the indictment, of course, is just the start of a criminal prosecution, not the end. There is no way to predict with certainty whether Adams will be ultimately convicted of the charges offenses, despite the very attention-grabbing nature of the allegations and the resulting public uproar. So, at trial, a great deal of likely come down to the credibility of the government's cooperating witnesses and the strength of their testimony concerning one, Adams' knowledge of the straw donations, and two, the extent which the fire inspection request specifically tied to the perks that Adams received from the Turkish government. So we're going to park it here. So, I mean, can Eric Adams beat these accusations? Again, like I said before, we shall see. We shall see. I really don't know either way. What I will say is that it's troublesome. Okay, it's troublesome because public officials have a sworn duty to be above board and govern with equity. Um, so the fact that there was allegations that he received bribes in the form of discounted um, first business travel and discounted stays and illegal financial contributions, that is a serious matter. Okay. Now, I have been talking for an hour. Okay. Now, should anyone wishes to hop on the panel and express their point of view regarding the topic, they're more than welcome to it. Maybe you think the mayor is innocent. Maybe you think the mayor is guilty. I don't know. Okay, you're okay. You're free to express your point of view, whatever you might be. Some of you might think that this is a witch hunt against the mayor regarding he's complaining regarding not receiving the funds needed to deal with the migrants. Okay, maybe he's just a scapegoat. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. Of course, if no one else wishes to hop on the panel and no one else has any further comments, then I'll stop to wrap this up. But that just gives you an idea uh, what is the situation, what are the accusations levied against Eric Adams. Okay. But as I said before, he is innocent until proven guilty or until he confesses to the allegations. Should he run for mayor? I sincerely don't think so. Okay. And again, I'm not saying that he's guilty. I'm not saying that he's innocent. However, I wanted to give a full disclosure uh, regarding the accusation made about him. Whether he's linked to P. Diddy, that I don't know. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I really don't know. Sincerely, I do not have a clue. Okay. I really don't know. But I think the same legal team that's dealing with the accusations levied against Eric Evans are the same team dealing with P. Diddy. I think so. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, it won't be the first time that I'm wrong. Yeah, I agree. But what I will do, uh, whenever there is new information, I will reveal it. Okay. Um, but as I stated before, I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I prefer to re- to reserve my comment regarding whether he's innocent or guilty until the completion of the trial. Okay. Good evening, Georgia. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tonight we're dealing with the accusations that are being levied against Eric Adams. Okay. He is accused of receiving bribes in the form of discounted luxury travel and luxury stays at hotels in order for the Turkish officials that be granted a consular building without a fire inspection. Okay, that is the accusation. Um, I don't know. Okay. I don't know a lot about the legal team. So I'm not going to make a comment either way whether he should change the legal team. Okay. Um, Now I would encourage you to say see the playback. Going back, say the first. Okay, I would say maybe the first 30 minutes of the stream because what I did break it down in detail. Each accusation levied against him and when it occurred, and some of them occurred when Eric Adams was the borough president of Brooklyn. Oh, and before I forget, let me just state for the record that my dear friend, George R., has his own YouTube channel where he produces a great deal of wholesome, productive content. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please check out his channel and consider subscribing. Georgia, I don't know if you wish to hop on the panel and discuss it briefly. If you can, great. If you can't, I get it because you might be busy. Okay. So, as I stated, tomorrow night I'll be giving you my assessment regarding the vice presidential debate uh, between Tim Walz and JD Vance. Now, uh, Monday, I will be doing a reaction video to the Pop the Balloon show. Now, for those of you who are not familiar of the show, what it is that you have individuals, both male and female. What they do is they'll get on um, to try to find a perfect a perfect match, and then members of the opposite sex will have a balloon. And if for some reason they don't like the dude or the chick or what have you, what they would do is they will pop their balloons to express their displeasure or disapproval, and then the host will ask them why. Okay. Now, of course, they do have the option once they pop the balloon to request to have the balloon back. Okay. Now, a lot of the time, quite a few of the times, when the individuals get on, they don't find a match because basically everyone had popped their balloons. And this video, which I'm going to share, which actually it was shared on Dee Dee's channel. Yeah, I mean, I would never hop on. I mean, let's face it. I would never hop on those shows because basically everyone will pop, all the females will pop their balloons as soon as they see me. Okay. But it's just that a lot of the reasons why women pop their balloons, I mean, it's absurd. It's comical. I mean, it's like, and before I continue, let me just think. Now, all these women are that delusional. Okay, you have some women that are delusional, and they don't have a clue regarding who they want. They all talk about they want a good man. However, they end up picking the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and then getting pregnant by them, and then they're shocked when they find out that the man that they slept with was not father material. You know what? I'm sure some of them are looking for a sugar daddy. Okay, I'm sure. And this is look, I'm gonna say it this way because I don't want to be judgmental, but the reality is this: you have certain individuals that all they care about is getting it, whatever financial resources from the dude. Okay, and these same ladies who did not make any demands with the poking and ray rays, all of a sudden, now that they're a single mom with three kids with two different baby daddies, then they're gonna put all these crazy expectations on the men. Okay. Miss me with that bullcrap. Miss me with that bullcrap. That's all I'm gonna say. A huge shout out to the 10 people currently watching this stream. Hoping you all of you will consider liking it. Okay. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help out with the algorithm. Okay, because I am a small YouTube channel trying to grow and trying to get to the point when I can be monetized and get that, what's the name? Um, Something tax. Well, in any case, it looks like no one is going to join me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to, you know what? Let me just drop the link. Just give me a moment. Okay. So, again, anyone wishes to hit the link, by all means do so. Otherwise, I'm going to call this a night, okay? Because I do have to get up early tomorrow morning to go to work, okay? But maybe just, I'm going to give you my final assessment, which is I don't know if Eric Adams is innocent or guilty. That I don't know. The trial will determine his innocence or guilt. Um, but I will suggest that he does everything possible to make sure that all his key people are above board, okay, and they don't try to do anything dishonest, okay. And of course, there might be additional charges levied against Eric Adams. Should he run again? No. In my honest opinion, I don't think so. But we shall see. We shall see. In any case, I do appreciate all of you who watch the stream live, as well those who watch it on the playback. And of course, all of you are more than welcome to enter your comments in the chat. Um, I will ask that you try to keep it respectable because if you write any nasty comments, um, they will be deleted. It is that simple. And again, as soon as I have more information, I will share it with you. And I will be live tomorrow night at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to discuss to give you my observation regarding the vice presidential debate. And Monday will be a reaction video regarding the Pop the Balloon show. Um, I gotta admit, at times it could be comical, at times it could be very heartening on the dude because people have these crazy expectations. Okay. But in any case, I do appreciate your time and your patience and your participation. And of course, I'm going to close out the same way that I always close. We must do everything possible to avoid the presence of the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Hossein and Grom. Let me just get this comment. And I will say good night, take care, and peace.